diving right into this. I'm gonna try to record this too. Maybe post a react video on YouTube or something like that. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
Hey guys, real quick, we got some merch available. The I Control Fire shirt and the Ozempic shirt, back by popular demand.
Hold on. I am messing it up here. Oh my god. Oh, was that too loud? My bad. Here, I won't change that, but I'll turn down the regular volume.
Hey guys, real quick, we got some merch available. The I Control Fire shirt and the Ozempic shirt, back by popular demand until December 7th. So feel free to click the link in the description or in the comment section, wherever the hell it's at, and pick up some merch. See ya. Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Today we're going to talk about big rig truckers. Yeah. Most people have seen a big rig truck out in the wild, but we don't really pay them much thought, right? You might give them one of these and then talk shit about the guy for the next 5 miles how about that? For not doing it. That's normal. Besides getting irritated at them for holding up traffic sometimes.
Yeah, that guy's not getting out of there easily.
Supposed to just stay over. You don't need to pass anybody. You're
okay, that works sweet.
Hours.
Or they go over 12 lanes.
Oh, geez, yeah, that's a no bueno jackknife right there.
They hold our car and it stops traffic for everyone for 4 hours. It's awesome. If you'd believe it, the world of big rig trucking is vast and fascinating.
Oh no, actually, I will change the audio settings because it's so low for me now that I can't hear it.
Living a life on the road can lead to all sorts of adventures, hardships, and unexplained
Is that good?
So,
or is it still too loud?
Educate ourselves on one of the most well-known and underappreciated professions
good or too
on
loud?
the planet, big rig trucking, aka, I like to say, modern cowboys. And today we're gonna, I'm gonna give you appreciation for the
rip those things right off.
At the end of this video. Are we not? We will. Next time, instead of doing this, we're gonna give
it works hard, sweet.
For those that are new to the world of trucking, they're basically the modern-day cowboy. Truckers are essentially the backbone of our country's economy, responsible for delivering products across the country to most of the major retailers we shop from, right? So next time you go to a store,
I deliver to Lowe's and Home Depot.
It came from a truck, right? God bless you, sir. The job entails driving insane distances every day, often bracing themselves against the harsh weather and dangerous driving conditions. The job also requires people to stay awake for hours upon hours, making it common for truckers to not only risk fatal car crashes.
Yeah, that guy, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Here we go. We're gonna watch this again.
Against the harsh weather and dangerous.
Yep. First off, there's ice there that you don't want to really drive on that. So I know for me, I mean, if the roads are like so bad that you can't drive on them, then I'm probably calling it quits, right? I'm probably not gonna drive on that. Once the roads are salted down and kind of defrosted, it's fine. But I mean, if it glazes over like that, then it's not very good, right? There was the one time I was on I-80 in Indiana, and we were going to, you know how like on racetracks, it's banked. Like racetracks in the United States, they got the banked curving, and sometimes when you gotta take a kind of sharp curve, the road banks as well. Well, our curve was banking, but we were going so slow that the road was freezing underneath the trucks. So you'd be going around this curve, and then you'd suddenly see the truck start sliding towards the shoulder. It was crazy. And so I decided to drive up and use the rumble strips for extra grip. And that saved me, and everyone else behind me started doing that.
Driving conditions. The job also requires people to stay awake for hours upon hours, making it common for truckers to not only risk fatal car crashes,
that is definitely gonna hurt.
Hallucinations.
That guy, the Indian bro crashing. Yeah, he's gonna have a bit of a hospital visit after that one, probably.
Extreme cases. To be fair, there are laws and rules against staying up too long, and also you can only travel so many miles a day.
There was a really funny video. People were giving her shit, but this girl was like, I think she was like 500 yards away from her destination, and she's just like, I gotta pull over and call someone to come drive this thing because I don't want to get in trouble. And the comments were like
500 yards. Which is like, I mean, how many minutes away is that? Is that even 2 minutes away in a truck?
It sounded like she was like 5 minutes away.
I can't.
Yeah, someone had to come up. She's like, thanks. It's the law's the law.
The law is the law. And to be fair, I would rather someone be like, I don't even want to risk anything than have the person be like, and then pile up. The amount of people who disobey that law and they're just like, I'm going to try to make it early.
All right. Comment on the 500-yard thing. So, the way that my trainer has told me that day cab works is if you run out of work hours as a day cab, they send a rescue crew out to you. I'm not sure if my trainer's ever needed to have a rescue crew come out to him, but I know I think he's rescued one driver, and what happens is they shuttle a guy out to you if you're the one out of hours, and yeah, they just shuttle a guy out to you. You hop in the passenger seat, the other guy gets in the driver's seat, and he drives it the rest of the way. Usually it's when you're trying to get back to the terminal or something like that. But that's not the kind of trucking I do. But let us continue.
There's like a lot of false pride. You're going to experience a lot of false pride that these people have. Whereas if it's like a real man does X, you're going to get. It's just like you could kill so many people. But we'll get into it. For long expeditions, truck drivers will basically live inside of their vehicle for weeks and even months at a time, which they prefer. A lot of them prefer it. There's some people who get so
I'm home every weekend. I'm not sure I could handle months on end out on the road.
Messed up. They're like, I can't even be in a house anymore. I just want to stay in the back of my cabin. I'm completely. That's me contemplating. That's just an opinion. That's not really a fact. That's just an opinion.
You know, a lot of truckers bring their wives and dogs on the road.
Yeah, and I feel like that's when I would go insane. Being by yourself is one thing, and it's like kind of a prison sentence, but you're always moving. But being in a prison sentence with someone else seems so much worse.
Especially your nagging wife.
Oh my God. Well, first off, my wife. I mean, we've gone a couple cross-country trips. I can't do it. Stop every 5 minutes. I'm gonna pee. You got a small bladder. Also, too, there's something psychologically horrifying about like a little like Stanley Kubrick The Shining moment when you're driving a long time. You like look over, the person's been sleeping for like 4 hours, and you're like. Resentful. I guess maybe I can have like a doggo, but then I'd feel bad too. It's like, go run around the truck stop. That's fun.
Well, that's why you let him just run. He does zoomies in the back on your back.
Like, all right, calm down. Over time, people have put more and more effort into making
their
mobile living quarters comfortable by installing things like fridges, TVs, gaming.
Okay, this truck right here, if it's brand new, it probably costs over $1 million. Like, that's not even an exaggeration. Hey Ben, what's up? How's it going? I mean, this truck, it has countertops. It probably has a shower. It has a kitchen sink. Shit, it might even have a dishwasher. It's got a fridge and a freezer right there. It's got a TV. It's got probably a queen-sized bed. I mean, this thing is if it's not $1 million, it's close to it. Like, this is insane. Man, it would be nice to have I could fuck off anywhere I want to money. Yeah, it would be nice, but I don't even know how some of these guys afford these trucks that I see. I mean, I can see some of these super sleepers with So the truck I drive, it's got a regular sleeper. So I have a bed, I have somewhere I could hang a TV on, I have a microwave, and I have a small fridge, and I have a couple cabinets for like food and extra supplies. I mean, this guy is literally like he is a commercial driver with an RV as a backpack. Like, this guy is literally living. He has everything you could possibly need in a house is in this truck.
And whatever is needed to stay on the road as long as possible, right? People decking out their pad with an Xbox.
You know, it's my favorite video.
I mean, shoot,
my favorite, but it's the one.
I'm literally streaming in the back of my truck right now.
Where they like take like an hour locking their doors. They like lock the doors, get the seatbelt, and they put it around the door.
Yeah, it's like the same thing where it's like a woman checking into a hotel, woman who shuts her door, and it's like to prevent people from breaking in. Which, to be fair, it's like make fun of them, but then God forbid it happens, and they're like, when I tell you, if my ass got done driving 14 hours in a day, though, let me tell you, I'd probably leave the doors unlocked, and I'd probably crawl in the back and cry and go to bed.
I mean, I don't go through that much effort.
Make some instant ramen, burn my fucking hands and shit from it. And that's all. That's what would happen. After a while, I'd just take it. If this is what it has to be, then God has put His will down.
Just quit. Quit your job.
I can't because I don't have soft hands. The trucks are lifestyle. You don't quit. You die and then
Kill yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
You either kill yourself or you go to the grave. I want to take a minute to shout out Starforge Systems. Starforge has had
All right, we're gonna watch the ad.
PC sale
Go
going
support
on
his
right
advertisement.
Now. It's up to $1,000 off on the entire site.
Wow.
Check out the link below to see all the great options Starforge has for gaming, PCs, and customizable accessories. They're seriously good computers, guys. Check it out. Black Friday, game up, bitch! Once you've souped up your living quarters, it's time to hit the road. And that means we gotta learn trucker lingo. Which I gotta say, one of the main reasons I want to do this video, 1, lot lizards, and 2, trucker lingo. I want to be well-versed. I wish there was a Rosetta Stone DVD on trucker lingo.
Alright, I'm gonna wait to comment on the lot lizard bit.
I could actually talk to him. I'd probably just drive down my truck down the same highway back and forth and just try to talk to him on the radio.
I want to see what they say here
CB
first.
radios to communicate to each other regarding traffic information, road closures, job updates, and more. Maybe their life story. How you doing, partner? Over. I'm a little depressed. You want to talk?
Alright, there is this guy around Chicago. He has, well, I'm not actually sure if he's from Chicago or not, but, you could hear him loud and clear on Channel 19 on the CB in Chicago. And, I mean, this guy would go on about, like, government conspiracies, the end of days, the rapture, like, all sorts of crazy things. Like, I forget, there was something, he was like, oh yeah, the election of this person is gonna cause the rapture, and Jesus will return to earth, and I'm just, it's insane. Apparently, from what I've heard, now this is just rumor, I've heard this guy has been raided by, like, the FBI a few times. Actually, I remember one time, I was getting annoyed with him one day, because I was trying to check on something, and the airwaves were only filled with his chatter. So I grabbed my microphone, and I went, man, didn't you just get raided by the FBI not too long ago? And he goes, yeah, I got raided. They tried to put me down, but I didn't let them. They tried to silence me, but I can't be silenced. And I'm just like, okay. I guess I walked into that one.
Talk about it. Over. My dad never loved me. Over. My dad really didn't care for me either. Over. It sounds like this is like a gay relationship getting ready to start, does it? You want to stop at the stop at the quick trip down the road? 10-4. Go get your ass blasted.
Quick Trips don't have truck parking more often than not. I don't park at Quick Trips. They have truck fueling occasionally, but no parking.
Go get your ass blasted over Depression CB radio talks.
Well, actually, that depends on which kind of Quick Trip. If it's the QT Quick Trip, then they might have parking. If it's the Quick Trip, like Quickie Mart from The Simpsons, they don't have truck parking ever. At least none that I've seen.
That's nice.
Yeah, I think they need therapy. They're on the road. They're lonely.
Very lonely. I'd use that CB radio all the time.
Wait, do you think hold on, they have got to be doing, like, sexting. Switch to channel 4.
Pull your panties
to
the
God.
Side. Over. Does it curve to the left or right? Over.
Jesus.
How many times do you think truckers are pulling their putt a lot while they're driving?
Oh yeah.
You have to imagine a lot, right? You can't stop for a beat break.
Yeah, you can't stop.
There's no beat break when you're trucking.
Oh God.
Every time a guy does that, he actually just got done coming.
Oh God.
Yeah, the kid's like,
Yeah.
That's why they waves back. Anytime you see a happy trucker, they just got done with their beat break. You gotta watch out for the beat break.
See, if I was a trucker, that's what I do. You know how, like, you've seen, like, the Reddit posts of, like, cum in the box or your cum wall?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Hold on. Hold on. I gotta check on something really quick. What the hell? No. Huh, that's strange. Okay, fire department's here for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But let us continue.
No, I haven't seen that actually.
There's an infamous Reddit post where it's like, guys, my
Hold on. I don't even want to know what this is about.
Like box?
This guy, every time we jerk off, he'd ejaculate into a box, and it started like growing spores.
Oh God, that's
Turns
disgusting.
into a fucking Last of Us episode. God damn.
And then people are like, "Oh, I just have a cum wall," and people like took pictures under their desk, and like the paint is like peeling from the cum stains. But see, that's what I would do as a trucker. I just like
Cum pedal.
cum pedal.
Yeah. You have your fucking your Red Wing boots and cum all over your pedal. Hey, that ain't Yankee Candle wax.
I'm
Let's just say
speechless.
that.
I
Through
don't
the
even know
years,
what to say
their
here, man.
communications developed into its own unique language. Here's a quick crash course into using some unique phrases that also work very well at a pool bar. You can throw these around. Just saying. Comedian or hot mic is a driver on the CB that is too chatty. Oh, we got a comedian over here. All right, can we chill out with the hot mic? Let's see, those are the guys prepping for the gay sex that we were talking earlier in the all the road head and stuff. Road pizza equals roadkill, aka the dead animals on the side of the road. Little road pizza. Go-go juice or motion lotion is referred to as the diesel fuel. Choke and puke is a roadside dinner. I don't know if I like that.
I don't like these.
Gotta get my puke. Or is it actually choke and puke?
Choke and puke.
Stopping by for a little choke and puke. Be right back.
I'm guessing because they throw up a lot, or it's bad.
I have a feeling that it's like
a lot
roadside
of these
diner.
truck stops do not have healthy
seriously
food.
wonder
I
how
will
much
say
of this
that
goes
much.
back to gay sex. Choke and puke.
I would rather
Word.
not trust a lot of truck
Little
stop
slither
food.
dinner coming up right on the side. boys.
I've
Let's see.
had it on
Versus
occasion. It's
asshole
not.
and-
It's not great.
A Schneider egg, which is an orange traffic barrel. A Schneider egg, like a little one of those like, little.
I've
not
never
the
heard
cone,
that.
but the
I've
actual
never
barrel.
heard a
A meat
Schneider egg
wagon or a
before.
Band-Aid box is an ambulance. A side jockey is a driver that hauls dangerous cargo like explosives or toxic materials, which I do like a lot. A little side jockey. Oh, look.
Okay, well, I guess kind of, but, and at least from what I've heard, whenever I've heard that term used, it's always been in reference to how flatbeds are carrying coils, steel, aluminum coils. The sewer slide, as they would call it, are usually where the centers of the coils are facing outward, so the rolls are facing. So like if the driver were to brake, the coil would roll and essentially crush the cab. Hence the sewer slide portion of it. Whew.
Got a hot mic on the side jockey coming up on the 10-4. Thank you, guys.
Depressed.
Oh,
That's not quite. I mean, I guess, but this isn't quite.
Occasionally,
how I've
arguments
heard
can
it.
break out between communications on the CB radio. One seasoned driver resting at a truck stop explained how he once listened to two massively overweight drivers scream at each other through the radio before jumping out of their vehicles to fight. You do not want me to come out there, buddy.
I have heard a
To be in
couple
the
of these
crossfires
before.
That's kind of like that's the trucker's soap opera.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you could turn it off, but you know those motherfuckers leave it on, and they're just like, ooh.
Yeah. What's the take?
Alright, there was the one time this guy got upset with me. I had my CV on for whatever reason, and apparently I cut him off, even though I don't remember seeing his truck at the toll booth. But anyway, so he comes up behind me, and he gets within range of my CB, and he starts yelling at me, and I go to take, I'm not really talking back to him. I know. I'm like, oh, if I did, my bad. I didn't mean to. I didn't see you. But he keeps going on and on and on and on. And then I took my exit, and he's like, oh, are you getting off there, driver? I'm not done with you yet. And I'm like, dude, what is your issue, man? What is the problem here?
Ooh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what exactly is the tea, sis? And like turns it on. He noted that both of them had a
Some guys
chili
just
dog
want to be
from
angry
nearby
to be
restaurant
angry.
in
I
one
swear.
hand, and we're taking swings with each other. So like that, taking swings at each other with chili dog. Do you think they were still eating while they were fighting?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, with the same hand.
Blood's making it more salty. By the end of the fight, one of them dropped their dog. The other trucker felt bad, and they bonded over him buying a replacement dog.
That's where it gets too far. Sorry, man.
Well, what the fuck are we doing here, man?
I knocked your dog out.
I knocked your chili dog on the ground. What are we doing?
You want to have gay sex?
Do you want to have gay sex? I would rightfully love to do so. Thank you, sir. How do you think they choose who's the bottom and who's the top? Well, this whole video can't just be us just speculating trucker gay sex. So when you're cooped up in a small metal box with intense deadlines, it's going to eventually create some tension. One truck driver recounts the time that he heard a furious driver ranting about his coworker who was insanely lazy and wouldn't take the wheel for 4 days straight. What a lazy bones.
Damn.
Apparently, he was slumped over and refusing to shower or even move a muscle. In response, the driver wasn't just cursing at him, but was hitting him multiple times, all to no avail. There's got to be a dead person, right?
I was gonna say this.
That sounds like he's dead,
He's like,
yeah.
all right, he's very lazy, over.
Flies surrounding.
Yeah, exactly. Wake up! You said you were going to switch, but I guess I'm the one who's going to.
Okay, so that's team driving right there. I don't do that. I operate solo. This is my truck. Ain't nobody else allowed in here but me and the service technicians when they need to. This is my stead, I guess.
Gonna have to drive away to Chattanooga. I'd love to hear like weird town names we have to go to. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go to Lake Big Bend all by myself. Lake Big Bend. If I go there, I am not driving to Chattanooga. I'll tell you that right now. You hear me? Yeah, just like maggots coming out of his mouth and shit. Manager decided to go into the truck and confront him, only to be hit with the smell of death. The man died 4 days prior. Corpse was being screamed at and assaulted by the driver without the slightest clue, which is kind of fun because he himself probably smells like death a little bit. Listen, buddy, the cheese.
Okay, so the guy actually turned out to be dead.
I can't even imagine
all
what
right.
a fucking like a big rig's cabin smells
Fair,
like. Why would I be
fair
comfortable
enough, I
finding
guess.
dead
I mean,
truckers?
I would probably get
I
suspicious
feel
after
like a
the
lot of them
first full
do
day, but
uppers, drug-wise.
Yes,
like you said, like
some
meth,
people just
meth,
aren't
meth's
so,
up, right? It's gotta be an upper. For God's sake, it's like crack.
observant.
Whatever meth, I don't know. Because I imagine there's got to be a lot of drug overdose stuff. But I literally wonder how much it's just people like they stop one day and their heart's just like for the lack of sleep, all that kind of stuff. Unhealthy diets, they don't move a lot.
It sounds like
I
he
move a
finally
lot.
got a break and he just never woke up.
Man,
That's it.
with what I do, you do get a fair bit of exercise. Brother, what do you mean, what am I watching? The title is on the screen. The title is right there, The Disturbing World of Truck Drivers. Somebody recommended this to me, and I decided to make a react video out of it.
Forever break. I will drive us to Chattanooga once we hit Des Moines. Just let me sleep.
Dies. Trucker on trucker violence, absolutely.
Yeah, you can't break me
Happens,
down if it makes you feel right.
It happens more
Wake
often
up.
than you think.
That kind of thing.
You think that guy was hyped too?
Oh yeah, I bet. Well, imagine that they said. I bet you it's an undisclosed thing of like, well, why don't we both hit a little crack and we'll drive for 14 hours straight. We'll drive to Chattanooga 14 hours. It's a great deal. And the guy's like, and just dies. And the other guy's like, are you gonna pass it? Off. This is why I fucking hate you newbies. Under these work conditions, it's inevitable that you'll end up posting videos about your experience to kill time. Because of this, the truck talk community has grown quite a lot, introducing us all to new facts and stories from the road. Which I gotta say, some of my favorite content right now is watching truckers like just finish a drive. It's very nice. A lot of younger truckers too. A lot of the time, people speculate, which there is the vast majority is like old fat men who are like, you got soft A's. There's a whole new generation of younger people who are making like vlogs.
Hold on.
And it's
For
pretty,
some reason,
it's
the quality of this video has like dropped for some reason.
It's fun. It's good watching.
There are
It's good content.
It's good.
There pretty much you'll run into pretty much 3 main groups of people. You'll run into the old breed, which are like the guys with 15-20 years of experience, and they're grumpy all the time. They don't like being told how to do things and all sorts of stuff. And then you got the immigrants. There's a lot of them. And that's all I'm going to say on that topic. And then you got the new drivers like me. We're younger, we're not taking all that seriously, or we're misconstrued it as being like 10 years younger than we actually are. I cannot tell you how many comments I've gotten asking if I was even old enough to drive the truck. I've been driving this thing for 4 years. Well, not this specific truck. This is actually my second truck. My first truck I drove for about 3 years, and then this one is entering its first full year of me driving it. But anyway, yeah, 4 years of truck driving, and occasionally I still get the, "Are you old enough to drive that thing, son?" I'm like, yes I am. I've been driving for 4 years now. Thank you.
Good content. I enjoy it. Some well-known trucker influencers like Uncle Rob give an exclusive interview walking us through its trucker diet, which consists of assortment of candies and jerky, and this is the very stereotypical, like, oh, you know what I'm talking, raspy boys from a lifelong of drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes. Gummy bears, some kitty, some Emmy.
That sounds about right.
Try to tell me he hasn't fucking hit the pipe a few times, huh? Or just the Skittles and the beef jerky. I don't know. During the interview, when Uncle Rob finds out that there are no more roller dogs, he appears physically distraught for a brief moment. What? Are you fucking kidding me? No roller dogs? They done sold out. Damn it. And at one point, the cashier mentions that they take food stamps, to which he yells, "Food stamps? I ain't no damn Puerto Rican."
Trucker diet right here.
That's right, baby. Food stamps? I ain't no damn Puerto Rican. Which I will say, Uncle Rob, he's definitely playing up a character and stuff like that, but still. One frustrated trucker films his confrontation with a man at a fuel station who decided to hold up a line for 26 impatient truckers because he wanted to use the available water to give himself a shower in public. The man was standing shirtless in swim trunks and pouring shampoo into brown paper towels supplied at the pump to wash himself, which that is very inconsiderate. Can you imagine you're on the road?
Yeah, that's kind of, I haven't seen that before, but it honestly doesn't surprise me.
And there's just some asshole who's just like, well, I guess I'll wash here. What are we doing? We all smell like shit, dude. Let's just keep it rolling. Some people use truck talk to push strange and lazily thought up conspiracy theories. One man filmed himself at a truck stop at night to talk about how suspicious it was that so many trucks on the lot didn't have their lights on. Something that many truckers say is completely normal because they're probably sleeping. Weird. What the hell?
Okay, so a lot of people don't do this. I am one of the few people who does do this. So when I shut down for the night, I turn my headlights off, but I keep my running lights on, like all the other lights on. When I'm working, when I get up and I start working, my headlights are always on. If I'm on duty, the headlights are on. If I'm off duty, the headlights are off. That's just something I do. It's really just everyone's personal preference.
Hell is this? What's what gonna like? People have to be so bored, man.
Yeah, it's a little brain rot.
Which he claims that all of them must be U.S. government trucks that are hiding in plain sight to spy on people and to take away jobs from American citizens.
The U.S. government is trying to lay low, and they're trying to hide and turn off all their lights so that they're not as noticeable. While the regular guys like us, we leave them on because we're proud of our lights.
And apparently, when he was walking up to the truck stop,
I leave my lights on
badges walked out
so people can see me and not back into my truck.
A little gang stalking.
This is the early stages of gang stalking, where you see
cars.
There's
the occasion where
why aren't
there's the occasion where like you may be in a truck stop or something like that, and one shadow in the wrong spot and you can't see anything. So I generally keep all my running lights on, and I keep the headlights off if I'm not working. But I mean, again, I'm not everyone. Everyone does something different.
The lights on. It's like, oh, who cares? Like, what are you talking about? Do you think it all stumbles into that? You start with the one tiny thing and it blooms into full-blown gang stalking where it's like everyone is fucking out to get me.
The paranoia creeps in because all it takes is one bad event, and then all of a sudden you're second guessing yourself. Also, if you start posting on socials, people will start validating. Yeah, it's got to be someone like.
I think people start validating, and I think people will openly fuck with you. This has happened to me too. Oh yeah, because that affects that person in no way. Oh yeah,
maybe I should. Maybe I should open up a TikTok and go every time I stop at a truck stop. Just I'll go, oh my god, their lights are off. They must be government agents. Elfin Psyop is here. Look at all her trucks.
Up, and that person's like, "Oh my god, it's happened to them too." Wonder how many times gangsters.
Ben, you said, I don't know how you guys drive the truck at all with the huge blind spots. I don't even like driving a car. I will say, what is that? Yeah, that's not suspicious outside at all. Anyway, so my truck has some super advanced futuristic technology. And so I have cameras that are on the sides of my truck. So my blind spots are greatly reduced. Granted, they're still kind of there. They're never gonna go away fully, but they have been greatly reduced over the past couple of years because of the new camera technology that they've been coming out with. But I mean, you just kind of get a feel for the truck. And I've run my first, I want to say, year and a half. I ran without the cameras, and on the passenger side, that blind spot is very real. So I mean, I hated having to change lanes, right? But the thing I just try to do is I would go, okay, this white car is coming up on my right side, and I'm gonna wait for that white car to pass me, and then if nobody else has that I can see has entered that blind spot, I'll move over. So it's a very, very big patience game when it comes to blind spots. But the cameras have really helped reduce them, but you also get kind of complacent now that they're not as apparent. You're not always worrying about it now, so you get complacent. And actually, recently we've had a couple lane change incidents, and people are like, "Oh, well, wait a minute, what? They had the cameras. Why didn't they see the cameras?" So the cameras make you complacent, man.
Stalking has
so it's take and give a little bit.
It's a real thing.
There's the Hemingway guy, Ernest Hemingway. He was getting stalked by. Everyone said he was crazy.
Did he kill himself?
Yeah, he killed himself.
In reality, these are just the trucks supplied by a trucking company to make deliveries. Somehow, this half-assed conspiracy video got over 1 million views, which prompted him to make a follow-up video. And in it, he claimed that multiple people have reached out to him, demanding he take the video down. When that didn't work, they tried to buy him out for $15,000, but he said he would only do it for
that's one hell of a bribe.
$350,000, a.k.a. that never happened. They didn't fork over the cash, and now random vehicles are apparently driving past his home every day.
I just took a video of a Huey today.
Are showing up at his home and knocking on his door.
I think he's hitting the pipe a little bit.
No, definitely not meth. It can't be that. The guy who's just randomly hanging out at truck stops isn't just smoking meth and fucking whores. There's no way. He explains how they park outside his home and watch him all night. Why would they need to watch you all night? What would you be doing?
Just in case.
Oh yeah, in case he gets up and goes. The driver claimed that once he witnessed them change patrol shifts, he packed up all his things and fled with his camper and family. Now, he's sitting in an undisclosed campground where he says a random antenna with cameras popped up overnight and is watching his every move.
But even here, I feel not safe. I keep seeing these antennas. Some camera keeps turning on and off, looking at me. I swear this thing was not here yesterday.
I think Despite this guy just kind of crazy, to be honest.
Are begging him to turn to God for protection. You know what? That's the trucker code too. You have got to pray. If you don't pray, this is a demon trying to get you. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Also, does this also sound like a drug addicted guy who feels bad that he's like, well, I'll stop fucking prostitutes and drive my truck. I'll become unemployed and I'll just smoke crack in the woods with my family.
That's what he wanted the $350,000 for.
So he could retire. Yeah. So I could just hang out at the fucking lake all day, dude. Why not? As far as truck talk goes, there is one villain that aims to infuriate truck drivers online at all cost. A truck stop pisser. The truck stop pisser on TikTok is an account that follows a man going to different truck stop bathrooms and pissing on everything in sight. Pisses on fucking everything.
Oh, God, that's disgusting.
For the truck stop villain, no bathroom is safe from his wrath. He's been seen pissing all over numerous truck stop showers and bathrooms, including sinks and even toilet brush holders. Just pisses all over it. That's what it does.
Terrible.
So it's like people like looking to the truckers out there are looking for a Batman to be like, will someone stop this fucking Joker? What bat signal do they have to stop this motherfucker? In other videos, he's seen peeing in trash cans and on random chairs, watching as the urine soaks into the fabric. And in some of his older videos, he has stood on the side of the road and he's pissed on traffic that goes by. There's a lot of videos. People love him.
Did you ever pee on toilet paper when you were a kid?
No.
Oh.
What the hell?
You?
As pranks, my friends did it, so I followed. I remember one time we stayed the night at a church, and then we peed.
This is terrible. I thought this video was supposed to be about trucks. Why are we talking about
the
people
boys sleep on one side and the girls sleep on the other, and then we were throwing balls at the girls. But,
what balls? What does that mean?
Like plastic balls.
That's we'll move past it. What's the so what happened? Oh, do you just pee on the toilet paper?
Me and the guys went in, and then I saw one of my friends. He was like peeing in between stalls. He's like hopping around, and then one of them peed on the toilet paper. So I was like, hey, I want to join in. So then I peed, and then like 10 minutes later, we saw one of the employees like cleaning up the toilet, wrapping it around.
That's terrible.
When I was younger, I had very bad aim. I pee all over seats, but I always felt really bad.
Okay, I will say criticism of this video.
Like,
there's too much that is not
For
about
years, I used to purposely
truck
pee
drivers
on the toilet seat until my mom said stop doing that.
Like these are great off-track segments, but like this is not.
Did you fantasize about sitting on someone else's pee?
No, I just clean it up.
I've never had any of these issues.
Like your mom would be like, Nick, you have got to stop doing that. But this is far from the first gross story that has ever been told throughout the world of trucking. One trucker was in a bathroom when suddenly the man next to him dropped a monster log that ended up clogging and overflowing the toilet next to him. The water kept on coming, alongside chunks of toilet paper and feces that the man had to avoid the sewage by lifting his legs in the air for minutes on end. Oh, God. I would not train for this.
That sounds terrible.
All the way up here, he's like,
but honestly, that
eventually,
doesn't
a worker
surprise
trudged
me.
in and handed him 2 garbage bags to wrap around his feet and a small trash can to rest them on until he could finish his bowel movement. I love how much they accommodated him. All right, there you go. All right, just finish your. It's like water and shit flowing everywhere. You just finish what you got to do in there. All right. Sometimes truckers aren't lucky enough to make it to the bathroom in time. After entering the bathroom, a driver opened the stall and saw a pair of soiled underwear on the toilet.
That's terrible.
Put it on the toilet, like
okay, this is a very bathroom-heavy, bathroom-focused video. I thought this was supposed to be about trucks.
Your porcelain bowl. After moving to the next stall and doing his business, he walked outside to see a man holding his pants up. He also noticed that he had failed to make it back to the truck and had shit his pants. How many times a day do you think truckers shit? Like if you were working at a truck stop, is it a daily thing? Shit my pants.
They say it's the walk of shame.
Yeah.
They say you can see it. You're like, oh, and then you'll stop. And then you just turn back.
It's bound to happen to everyone at least once.
A few minutes later, the trucker noticed the man who had soiled himself pulling up next to him and was working on his engine. When he peeked out of the cab, he saw that his pants were around his knees and his hog was fully exposed.
Oh, God.
Didn't really probably need that last bit of information, but we thought it was necessary for the story.
No, we didn't.
To truly immerse yourself. So,
I guess this video is on YouTube, so I guess it'll be fine.
To assume that the floor of a truck stop parking lot is disgusting, right? It's common sense. It's safe to say anything your shoe touches has once been peed on or worse. That's the safe assumption. One driver caught a man just leaving his truck and heading toward the truck stop completely barefoot and oblivious to the filth on the asphalt. I don't know. I mean, first off, when I see a man walking that's barefoot in anywhere that's not his own home, even I'm starting to get a little squeamish at like a water park. You see a guy like walking around, whatever. I don't fuck with the bare. I'm always like, got a few screws loose.
Fair enough.
Walking barefoot, you know what I mean? Especially people like, I'm connecting to the earth.
They're grounding.
Yeah, I'm grounding the earth. I don't know. I just picture like a big dog turd like going between their toes.
I think you get worms through your feet. You can step in worms and they go through your feet.
Jesus. Really?
Fact check.
Trucker worms?
Yeah, trucker worms.
A separate video showed a driver walking past another trucker who was bent over barefoot inspecting something on the floor of his cab. Literally centimeters away from this man's bare feet is a random puddle of mysterious liquid. You try to tell me what it is, I don't know, but imagine being I can't even fathom.
I'm not doing that.
Can you imagine if the wet
if I need to get out and go and run somewhere,
diapers in order to save time and stress that comes with looking for nearby bathrooms. Which I gotta say, anybody who
holy shit, he's got a piss bucket.
Looking for nearby bathrooms.
That's a real trucker right there, man. He's got the piss bucket. Look at that. He's got the piss bucket, man. He's a real level 100 truck driver. Please tell me somebody will understand that reference.
Stress that comes with looking for nearby bathrooms, which I gotta say, anybody who is wearing a diaper, I commend you. If you're just like, it's not even worth it, you change yourself. You think they have giant truckers like in the bathroom? It's like the things that fall off the wall. Oh. Put baby powder on it.
Oh, they're doing it themselves?
Yeah, exactly. They're changing themselves. Wow. On an adult baby diaper lover forum, of course we're going to look there, many truckers chimed in to state that it's great for long drives that don't have frequent truck stops. Other options include poop buckets as well as opening the door to piss real quick during a red light. Call that a drive-by. Over time, there have been various wide-held beliefs and superstitions that permeate.
So, what, my trainer always called it, watering the tire. Is what he called it. When he had to go outside and relieve himself. I do have a 5-gallon bucket in my truck. I mostly use it for trash, so for, like, Wendy's or McDonald's bags or whatever trash I may accumulate throughout the week. That's where all mine goes, is a 5-gallon bucket. Throw a trash bag in it, and it's basically a trash can.
Throughout the community, many truckers believe that abiding by them all will save them from a potentially dangerous journey. These include never holding an empty load, as it leads to bad luck. Many truck drivers prefer to leave a toy or random object on their flatbeds to be extra safe. You gotta have something. The demon of the road will get you if not. Referring to your truck as a she or her, similar to sailors, and never drive your truck with $50 bills in your pocket. This originated from NASCAR driver Joe Witherly, who died in 1964 in a car crash during his final race. Later, two $50 bills were found.
Oh no,
that's a race car driver.
Yeah, but truck driver, NASCAR driver, we're kind of in the same wheelhouse here.
There used to be a semi-truck racing series. There used to be. I've seen videos of it, and it looks freaking cool. There is a van outside of my truck just staring at me. What? Alright, hold on a second. What the hell is going on out here? Oh, shit. Okay, so, alright. The toy excavator being hauled on the back of the flatbed. Technically, they are not allowed to do that. Well, they are, but they have to have 2 securements on it, because DOT regulation says you need 2 securements within the first or last 10 feet of your load. Well, if that 8-inch long or however big toy excavator or dump truck or whatever it is, that needs 2 securements on it to be DOT legal. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He needs 2 securements on that to make it legal. They don't. There is some sort of party or something going on outside. So yeah, if he gets pulled into like a weigh station or an inspection zone, that could be considered a like unsecured load or something like that. By technicality.
The ghost of Joe Weatherly will come and kill you. Hold your breath as you pass cemeteries to avoid bad luck, and alternatively, holding your breath through a tunnel brings good luck.
I didn't know that was a truck driver thing.
You should always pat your dashboard after you complete a job and tapping the roof of your truck as you go past a yellow light for good luck. Now you know.
I didn't know those were all.
I can't even reach this.
I think it might have started as truck driver, but I think it's a lot of road rule stuff. But I feel like a lot of that stuff starts with the kings of the roads, the truck drivers. Out of all the various aspects of trucker community, there is one that has become much more mainstream. I'm talking, of course, about lot lizards.
Oh, God.
We have to get there eventually. A lot lizard refers to a truck stop prostitute, something many truckers have encountered during their travels. To refer back to our glossary of trucker lingo, the term party row...
Alright, so I'm going to let this segment play. and then I will give you guys my stories. Well, story, I guess. It's really short, so and you guys are gonna be disappointed, but I do have one story.
Refers to the back row of large parking lots, which got its name from being the most common spot for lot lizards would target, right? All the people that are in the back, away from the lights, that's where all the sucking and fucking's going on. Yeah, you don't want to see the lot lizards in the daytime. They're hiding under rocks.
Do you think there's got to be normal people who go to the backs looking for lot lizards? Like in a car, normal car?
Maybe. But I'd like to think that the lot lizards have pride and they don't take them. Where's your cabin? Well, I got a F-150. No, I don't think that's how it works, sweetheart. Please. No, I don't think so. Yeah, can you imagine being on the back? I need pussy, please.
I've never seen one in person, alright? I've never... Now, you may be wondering, well, how have you never seen one in person, but you have a story about them? I will explain that later. But, as for... I've never seen a lot lizard before, but I imagine the average lot lizard looks like she's probably 45, 50, but has done meth for 20 years. Like, that is what I imagine in my mind.
All right, fine. All you have to do is say please. All right, fine. Prostitution is apparently rampant at truck stops. Yeah, apparently. That's weird. So a lot of truckers are more wary of the larger cities. And in fact, many interactions with lot lizards are police sting operations, which I gotta say, what else? Do you have anything better to do with your time?
I was going to say.
Can a guy not go by? Can a woman not make some money and a guy not get his fucking nut?
They're lonely.
Exactly. Can I not have like a fucking woman just like pound my shit a bit? Thank you. There's a tip.
I'm tired of coming on my shoes.
Tired of my fucking pedals are caked in fucking Yankee wax. I need some companionship. Police also monitor truck radios for signals that someone is soliciting sex, so the frequency of truck stop prostitution has reduced significantly over time. Buzzkill. Some truckers have claimed to see white vans pull into truck stops to drop off what is described as fake lot lizards, used to catch people who are indulging in their services. That's a CB radio thing. The sugar is sweet, but don't take the candy. I do not take it.
I have heard rumors that there are like certain phrases and stuff to do if you want services like that, but I don't know what they are. And even if I were to try something like that, I'm sure the individual in question would look at me and go, "No thanks, I don't want to catch an underage charge."
The cop. Come back. Another person responded with advice that one of his commercial driving license instructors told him, quote, "If you ever see a sexy lizard, she's a cop." God damn, look at her. Nope.
That's
Too good to be
probably
true.
some sound advice.
Half mutant person walking around. Now, hello, good looking. The buffet is open. That being said, a lot of people have many beautiful lot lizard tales to tell. One man from Indiana had a woman knock on his truck at 3 a.m. to advertise her services. She was rejected. Yeah, right. And the man proceeded to watch her hopping from truck to truck, making time in between to wash out her pussy with Coca-Cola.
What the hell?
See, that's how you keep it sweet.
Damn.
You gotta wash out your pussy with a little bit of Coca-Cola. That's what a guy does. Oh my God. She used to do with mug root beer, but she's there after a while. They'd be like, it's a root beer float. This isn't the only dark corner of the trucking world. In fact, this profession can attract deeply disturbed people. No. Come on. What?
In order to be a truck driver, you have to be disturbed in some sort of way, I would say. You gotta have at least one screw loose to do this job.
Drivers move through states so quickly and frequently that it's harder to track them down, making it ideal for certain types of crimes. In 2003 to 2004, a crime analyst from the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation
crime is not one of the screws loose that I was talking about.
There was a connection between the location of the bodies and the routes that long-haul truckers take. The FBI had to develop the Highway Serial Killing Initiative, the HSK, which aimed to help stop serial killers in the trucking industry. It's like also the last bastion, because I feel like back in the day in the 60s, 50s, and 60s and all that, there wasn't a lot of ways to catch people, so you could like, a lot of people would pick people up in cars, like hitchhikers and stuff, and kill them. This is like one of the actual last ways of like, well, I was supposed to go this way. I don't know. Shit happens. I mean, people drive along the highway. It's like still the perfect cover up for these fucking psychos. It is believed that a massive underground network of potential serial killers exists with the purpose of picking up lot lizards at truck stops, killing them, and leaving their bodies on barren stretches of roads during their late at night drives, which is also, once again, you have a business to be there. There's like desolate places out in the middle of nowhere that no one's hardly looking, and then you're also picking up lot lizards, aka prostitutes, which already probably no one's looking for them either. It's the perfect crime. The FBI is looking at 850 murders, with most victims being prostitutes. It's very hard to solve these crimes due to the victims already being alienated from their family, and they don't get reported missing, and the suspects are able to travel thousands of miles away from the scene of the crime by the time the victim even would be found, or even if they do get found. While they have made some arrests, the vast majority of these murders are all cold cases with no leads at all. So when you're gleefully signaling a nearby trucker to honk his horn at you, there's always a chance that you are looking in the eyes of a serial killer. Which is a bit dramatic, but you never know.
Yeah, I would say that is a bit dramatic.
He took a shit on the side of the road, or he killed somebody. Those are the only options, right?
I feel like you could say that about anybody. You could be staring in the eyes of the serial killer at your grocery store.
Yeah, but it feels so much more true when you're talking about a trucker, doesn't it? It's surprising just how many people are totally unaware of what goes on in the trucking world, despite seeing truckers almost every day of your life. What seems like a mundane job to many can actually be a life full of adventure with all sorts of unexpected turns. It's also a job that, while incredibly important, can be quite lonesome, with some people leaving their families for long periods of time to make a living. So the next time you angrily drive past a truck driver on a busy freeway, take a second to consider that. These are just people doing their job, and it's a very lonely one at that. So with that, I leave you with, don't fuck lot lizards. I'm telling you, that'd be bad. If you take a shit, go.
Okay, so here, I will tell you guys my, lot lizard story. Alright? So, I have never seen a lot lizard in person. I don't know what they look like. I've never seen, well, I mean, I saw them in the video, but I've never seen one in person, in real life, on the road, in my truck. Or my trainer's truck. Alright? But, on my very, very first week of on-the-job training in the trainer truck with my trainer, we were parked at the Pilot in Benton Harbor, Michigan. And I had gone to sleep. I don't know if he had gone to sleep or what, but we got a knock on the door. And it woke me up, and I didn't do anything. I was trying to go right back to bed. And my trainer calls up, he's like, don't answer the door. And I'm like, okay, dude, this is your truck. This is your truck. I'm here to learn from you. What? No, I don't know what's going on. I want to sleep and get to work tomorrow. And the following morning is when he told me, he was like, oh, excuse me, hold on. Ugh. The following morning, he told me, once we had gotten on the road, he said, yeah, there were 2 ladies of the night outside last night who knocked on our door. And I didn't want to let you know, so you didn't go look at them. I'm like, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't really need to know that, I guess. And yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. We got a knock on the door. We didn't answer it. I'm assuming went away at some point. I never saw him. So yeah, that's my lot lizard story. And 4 years later, I have not seen or gotten a knock on the door since. I've never gotten knocked on the door. I've gotten people to knock on my door, but it's always been like, hey, I need you to move your truck, or, oh, hey, you're in my way, or, hey, you're parked too close to me, or some stupid thing like that. But I've never encountered a lizard in any sort of capacity ever since that first week. Yeah, they're almost like cryptids in a way, cause, well, the joke that I have, that I like to say, is, when I pull into a truck stop or something, and they see me, they go, oh no, I'm not gonna touch that kid because he looks too young. Because there have been on more than one occasion where I've gotten comments of like, man, are you even old enough to drive that truck? Or there was the one time I was delivering to a steel mill in Chicago, right? And I go to hand the receiving officer my paperwork for the steel coils. And he goes, hey kid, I'm gonna need your dad to give us the paperwork. And I went, oh, that's going to be an issue because he's 3 states away working a completely different job. And then the guy asked, well, and who's driving the truck? And I said, I am. And he went, well, how old are you? And I'm like, I think I was like 22 at the time. I'm like, I'm 22, man. I've been driving for a year and a half or whatever it was. And so I know the very first place, well, it wasn't very first, but like the first steel mill me and my trainer went to when I was in the trainer truck, we pulled up to the scale house, right? And the scale house lady was there. She opens the window, looks out the window, looks at me, and just stares at me for like a solid minute. And I'm looking back, and I'm like, yep, hello, we're here to check in. And she just says, you look like 10, excuse me. She goes, you look like you're 10. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, thanks, I guess. Alright, so let's see. This was a video, the disturbing world of truck drivers that was really bathroom related for some reason. Go give the video a like, I suppose. Papa Meats is the YouTube channel. Yeah, I have eternal youth. Yeah. I don't feel like it every time I go to Airsoft. I'm freaking down for 2 days after going to Airsoft. Like, I'm down for the count, man. Okay, let's see. Yep. This guy has all his things right here. Apparently he has Snapchat. I don't know why you would advertise that, but okay. Alright, I guess. Oh, shoot. Alright, stop. Oh, shit.